I think a lot of us, around that age time frame, our parents, it was just, it was college or workforce, right? And
Yeah.
a lot of it was, I would say, like, I was never forced to go to college. It was almost like strongly implied,
Yeah.
like,
No.
my brother went into the Marines, and one went into the workforce, and my sister and I, we went into college. And but you're right, how many people went in? Myself, I went for 4 years and didn't use my degree for anything.
Hmm.
As soon as I got out, I got into real estate. So,
Yeah.
you know how did you know, like, that wasn't for you, and taking that, because it's a tough decision, right? To kind of go against what society was saying at the time.
I think as much as we love our parents, watching them from a really young age, and they both live very conventionally. Um, it I knew from a young age that I wanted to be my own boss. I didn't know when I was 5 that my bossiness actually meant that, you know what I mean? But I just always had something in me that I was supposed to be a leader. I wasn't supposed to work for somebody else. I was supposed to do something while I was working for me, whatever that may be. And I think that time and life and experience just kind of helped unravel what that was supposed to be for me. But I always knew from a very young age I was not supposed to live a conventional lifestyle.
Yeah. So you drop out of college, doing the well, first, I think the real aha was your job in college, right? And knowing what you didn't like,
Mm-hmm.
and trying to find what you did like, was, I think that's key for a lot of people.
I think too is like I need to be challenged. If I'm not challenged and I don't do something different on a day to day, I get bored.
Mm,
And boredom just it's not good for me. I need to do something where I have to figure it out. I feel like I'm a problem solver by nature, so to not be faced with any problems, you kind of start to feel like you're not living in your purpose. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I think that's another thing too, is I feel like now with real estate, I'm kind of living in my purpose of not only helping people, but being able to problem solve at a higher level.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Is the lady that sat at your bar still in the business?
She is. So it's crazy. She is not licensed here. She was licensed in Tennessee. She could do absolutely nothing for me other than tell me what I needed to hear. Like it was truly God speaking through this woman. It was the craziest experience. I remember after my shift, her and I actually went to Roosters together, and she sat and was just telling me, everything that she's experienced in the industry and what to be prepared for, and telling me why I should do it. And I mean, this was the woman that I met 3-4 hours prior to this at this point, you know what I mean? But she has like all this faith in the world from me. So I'm like, okay, well, I genuinely feel like it's God talking to me through this woman. She went back to Tennessee. I didn't stay in contact with her for about 2 years. I just kind of grinded it out. And then after I had hit my second year in real estate, I reached out to her and I was just like, I'm really thankful, for the conversation that we had. I just wanted to let you know I'm licensed in real estate. I'm doing really well. And it was just really nice to like be able to let her know that she was able to change my life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. That's so awesome. I mean, it's all about for me, it's all about impact, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you had someone there to kind of push you there and kind of give you that okay,
Yeah.
essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, faith probably played a big part into that at that time. And like for me, I had a mentor, that most people don't have when they got into the business. So for me to be able to impact the lives of, other agents, whereas most agents impact the lives of our clients, buyers and sellers,
Mm-hmm.
that's what it's all about. So that's such an awesome story. And if you are a bartender, a waiter, a waitress, real estate is a path for you. I
100%. 100%.
I think we have, I think I counted out before. I think we have like 6 or 7 people that came from the restaurant space. Bartender, waiter, waitresses, just on our team, because you guys have the people skills, right? You can
Yeah.
read situations, you can read people. Um, Obviously, you got to build the relationship and rapport, right? Because you're working for tips as well.
Absolutely.
And instead of, now you're selling, a larger product. So
Yeah, I definitely believe that bartending helped prep me, because even like not every bar is like that, you know what I mean?
right.
But you go down on campus, you're going to deal with some college kids. That's a little different.
Sure,
But I was
sure.
dealing with like people that worked at the Hilton, so there were a lot of times it was traveling business people. So I was getting to engage and learn about the business world while also standing behind the bar and serving these men, you know what I mean, or these women that are coming in after their late shifts and all of that. So I think that it helped expand my mind too. You don't have to be back behind this bar, but it's cool for now. We're going to
Right.
make it work for now.
Well, and I think too, it probably solved the problem of something new every day.
It did. Definitely.
You know.
It did. I still was unhappy, but I
Sure.
was working towards something. And I think the significance of me getting into real estate, because like I'd mentioned before, is I really did lose my faith around the age of 18. It was just completely stripped of me. And this woman and this conversation in this industry brought my faith back to me.
Mm.
So I think that that's why it's so significant to me, is because I mean, your faith is everything, you know what I mean? And I've had times in my life where I didn't hold on to my faith and I didn't excel the way I wanted to. And then I had times where I leaned into my faith and I was excelling at a crazy rate. So I'm just appreciative of that lady, that conversation that we had that evening, the bar, just being able to get back into finding my faith through real estate.